You're watching The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ MV Angela Yee, Charlamagne the God. We are The Breakfast Club. Now, this young man should be on a high right now. I'm sure this is his basketball team that just won. He's from the West Coast, from the Bay Area.
But he had to expect it, though.
Did he expect it? Adrian Marcel, good morning, sir. Did you expect it?
What's going on? I knew it. We never doubted it, man. My man 40 said it. You know, he said we're going to go 5.
You guys
five
cheated,
games.
though. That's kind of cheating.
I picked 5 last year. I picked y'all in 5 last year, which almost came true.
You have an Olympic
Which almost
team.
came true.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? KD definitely came and put the stamp on it. But, I mean, how did we cheat, bro?
That's like an Olympic team /
They didn't cheat,
all-star
though.
team /
Isn't that the point to put together the best team
What was the
to
difference
win?
with the Heat when James went to the Heat?
Oh, a huge difference. Huge difference. The Miami Heat weren't 73-9 the year before LeBron James.
But what do
73
73-9 mean if we didn't take the ring, though? So we can't
That's
even
true.
use that. We can't even use that at all, man.
Listen,
We still lost.
I'm not mad at it.
We took a loss like champs. We're going to take this win like champs, man.
Yeah.
We own it for the next year.
I mean, I don't personally like super teams because I just think it messes up the balance of power in the league, so to speak. You know what I mean? Because you know what's going to happen for the next 4 years.
I feel you.
I don't like watching movies that I know what the ending's going to be.
I do feel like, you know, we only have like 2 or 3 teams that we really watching at this point. So
Yeah.
it feels like it can get a little boring, you know what I mean, after a while. But at the same time, like, hopefully, you know, this draft and everything can bring some new youngsters in doing something, man. Like, I would love to see a challenge, though. I don't want my team to just be like, we smacking everybody. We sweeping everybody every game. Like, nah, I want a challenge. I want to know we the best for real. But
No, you don't.
why?
Because you saw what happened last year when they went 73-9.
And then lost.
No, but wait a minute. Let's be clear. I told everybody I didn't like the 73-9 look because I felt like we were trying to prove a point. We were working too hard all year. Like,
they worked too hard in the regular season.
Every team was at our throats. Like, why are we going for that
But if
record?
Green didn't, if he didn't leave, if he didn't get suspended the last game, I think they would have won.
No, we definitely would have
They
won.
would've won.
However, bro, you still talking about right before that finals game, we had to come back from a
Down
3-0
3-1.
deficit,
Yeah.
man. Like, we were battling Thunder.
Right.
Then you come back here, and now we playing like one of the best teams again, of
Yeah.
course. And we got to battle for that. Like, we was tired,
They
bro.
ran out of gas. They did.
It's
They ran out of
tired,
gas.
man. Curry wasn't his clutch wasn't quite bending enough, you know.
But this not Sports Center to 6 though. So, but GMFU got me fucked
You
up.
feel me? You feel me?
They calling that your debut album. I'm
Exactly, it
but
is.
I'm confused
Yeah,
though.
yes,
You had like a
mixtapes
couple
out.
projects
Yeah.
before that.
Yeah.
Week after next.
All mixtapes, man.
Okay,
I like to
Album.
think of them. I like to think of them as albums. I like to think that I don't do no work that's, you know, just like minor. But, you know, I think that we focused in a little more on this album. You know, I sat down. I went out to Ray's studio, Raphael's studio, Blakesley's studio, man, in LA, and we rocked for about 2 months, and just banged out, man. Like, with a focus though. Like Ray had to call me and get me back focused.
So how did you hook up with Raphael Sadiq?
Really just management, man. Management, honestly. It was just kind of like
Not anybody could just call and be like, "Yo, get Raphael on the line." See
nah.
what he's doing.
It just really worked out like that, man. Luckily, we both from the town. You know, a lot of the people that we know are kind of like the same. You know, move around the city still. So I just ended up there, man. I can't really tell you how.
Right.
I just walked in, right place, right time for once. You know, and being from Oakland, that mean a lot.
Did you grow up with? Because you kind of young. Did you grow up with Tony Raphael Sadiq fan?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. Like moms and pops, you know, they young souls still, you know, so they was always slapping, you know, the real R&B, you know, the stuff that I could listen to and get into. And I feel like mom's always kind of seen some kind of spark in me wanting to do something like that. So she would rather play that than, you know, me listening
So
to
you
it
knew not
myself.
to go in the room when you heard Whatever You Want playing, or
Just me and you.
Just Me and You. You knew not to open that door.
Yeah. Nah, I definitely had to go outside.
You know, the Bay Area, one thing about the Bay Area, you guys have your own sound, like your own style. Like you go to the Bay Area, you hear records that you've never heard in your life.
Straight up.
But if you don't play in the club as a DJ, they'll damn near boo you.
Oh, yeah, straight up.
And that's your
Straight up.
sound.
And I see
Straight up,
Kamaya
straight up.
actually made it onto the freshman double XL
I did see
list.
that. Yep, I seen that
Are you
yesterday.
guys
That's
cool
what's up.
with each other?
I've never talked to Kamaya. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why that is. Like it ain't no specific reason or nothing like that. We just ain't never really crossed paths.
All right.
Yeah.
Now, Got Me Fucked Up is an acronym for GMFU is an acronym for Got Me Fucked Up.
Right,
Why'd you name the album that? Who got you fucked up, Adrian?
You know, man, these past like 2 years, it's been a lot. You know that went on. You know, me going independent, walking away from the label, different things that were happening at the time with them. For a long time, I I blamed a lot of people for different things that weren't happening.
So like as far as like your career, like you.
Yeah,
okay,
absolutely.
gotcha.
Like I feel like I've never really had a content problem. I've never had, like a song problem.
You've
how to
always
make
had
good
records.
songs. I've
Yeah.
always had good records. I've always had like a good team. I've always had, that. But I think my thing has always been an exposure problem. We jumped on the label quick. Like that was the first people that came to us with it. Like, yo, we want this. This is dope. And it was a lot of the songs that were on this project that we walked in, to present to them. And somewhere, somehow, it changed. Somewhere it went to, we love this, but this is not what we should be doing. Let's try something else.
Metro Boomin.
Nah, at the time it wasn't even that. I mean, I would have went with that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But it was things like for instance, 2 a.m. And I love that record. 2 a.m. is a dope record. It's like my claim to fame for the most part, But it was so much BS that was going on with that record and getting it done and getting them to really get behind it. Me and my team, we went out when we dropped that record and we pushed it. Luckily, Keisha Cole had us on her tour. We were able to really go out and touch the people and get out as much as we could. So I think that had a lot to do with the success of the record. And I think it got to about like 15, top 20 or something like that. And somewhere, somehow, they felt like...
So the label never came in to push the button even when it got to 15?
They were pushing some buttons, but once it got to 15, when it's like crunch time, quarter
go
4,
hard.
like let's really
Gotta
push
go
it.
top 10, right?
It was like, well, we rather just let it go.
Do you think they felt that way because the Bay has their own sound and they didn't think it could go that far?
I don't
But it
think they
went
thought
pretty-
that deep,
It
bro.
Really?
went pretty
I
far
don't think
already.
they thought that deep.
So it's kind of like they could have took it to the next level.
No, we definitely could have took it to the next level. The song is still hot.
Right.
Like I go places and like I've been to Australia and they still playing it. Like
That's still on my running playlist.
See
by the
that?
way.
Oh, right
It
on.
is.
See.
And by the way, Oakland sound has been taken from everybody.
Everybody.
I mean,
Yeah.
Mustard's whole
Everybody,
for a
man.
while. Mustard sounded straight from the Bay.
Yeah. I mean, we've always been a cultural city, man, where we're very authentic, we're very original. We have a lot of pride when it comes to our creativity and how we create. And I think that a lot of people come and get inspired by that. However, they take it, and we're not credited for it. And I think sometimes we allow it to happen. Obviously, you know what I'm saying.
Drake's done it.
Yeah, instead of us kind of owning it ourselves, like, nah, you can't come in here and take that. Like, nah, we're not gonna allow you to have this. I'm not showing you the glory. You know what I mean? I'm not showing you the format or the formula.
Right.
And that's really what I thought of when I made this album. I was off Instagram, I was off Twitter, I was off everything for like
you
a
was
year and a
quiet.
half. I was gone. Because I was seeing people taking things. You know what I mean? I would put out little samples of stuff or little ideas that I was just having fun with. And of course, not having the support of the label that's pushing those ideas
What label
and that's
was it?
helping it. Republic,
okay.
Yeah, but not having that support, you have nothing but people coming in and taking
Right.
and then using. Next thing you know, I'm hearing the same sounds, same samples, same melodies, the same looks. You know what I mean? So I just went into a shell. I'm like, nah, I don't want nobody to hear nothing or see nothing I'm doing. And it took Raphael calling me like, I'm hearing some bad stuff about you, man. Like, I'm hearing like you've been tripping. Like you in like this dark space or something. My manager couldn't get to me. We fighting constantly. It's like I don't really want to do nothing, man. Cause I just feel like it's just for nothing.
But you were still working. You were
I was
just
still
off
working.
of social media.
Yeah, I was still
and-
working. I just took off of the public eye like that. You know what I'm saying? Like if you weren't right there, if it wasn't like a show, if it wasn't something like me producing or nothing like that, I
How
didn't
did
want
you
it to be
manage
seen.
to get off the label?
A gun.
I think we
ran up in there with some guys from the town.
I wish. You know what I'm saying? I wish. Honestly, I
don't
had
wish
already.
that.
Nah,
Don't say
I just got the call. Like they had to realize, man, we were at that point where they knew I wasn't finna keep doing what I was doing for them. I'm real easy working, man. I like a relationship to be a compromise. So I feel like I'm gonna give you 100% of what you thinking will work, and if it doesn't work, then you got to give me 100% of my idea and what I think will work. It just never came to that pass. We were bringing great records. we brought Rock You Back to Sleep to him.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We brought that to him like, yo, this hot. Recorded it at R. Kelly house.
Hold on, you talking about Chris Brown?
Yeah.
Fuck You Back to Sleep?
Yeah, we recorded
That's crazy.
that.
That
We
is
recorded
a
You wrote that?
song.
No, we didn't write, and that
Okay.
was the thing. We didn't write it though.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? But the record was brought to us like, yo, what you think about this? I'm like, bro, we knocked this out tonight.
Fuck you.
This
I'm
is
at
a
R.
nice
Kelly.
song.
Who wrote the
Right.
record? R. Kelly wrote the record?
Huh? No. We just happened to be there. We was working for like a week at Kale's house.
So hold on now. So they gave you the record that's supposed to be your record, or
It was supposed to be my record, but
Okay.
however, when you're dealing with these with the industry like this, I mean, you can find a great record. It's
Right.
not hard, but the problem is when you walk it into the people to the label and they're saying, well, we're
They
not
have
going
to
to pay
say,
for
go
this.
on it and pay
We're not
for
going to
it.
pay for it. We don't think this will be an easy thing.
And
So
they're gonna
Brown
sell
heard
it
it
to
was like,
whoever's
oh, I'm
gonna.
taking
yeah, Chris heard it and was like,
Oh, this
That's
is it.
mine.
so I'm on it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I'ma do it. I'ma do a remix.
The
I'ma
Fix
say-
Nelly. We had that was
Girl, let
us.
me
You know what I'm saying? It was a bunch of records that we brought in that weren't good enough. You know, and then we
I
hear
would think
them.
that Raphael Sadiq would have been able to be like, with the credits that he has, would have been able to walk in and say, listen,
not in this era?
is-
Let me tell you, you're absolutely right. But let me tell you, Ray told me from jump. Ray came to me after we signed the deal. We ran the Ray spot, and he was like, "Let me tell you, you're gonna have to really town business this thing out because they're gonna try to screw you." He was like, "I know the Wendy's, I know all the heads up there. Just don't expect too much. You know what I'm saying? Get what you can get. Get the fan base that you can get the exposure that you can get, but don't put your trust and your faith in all of that because this is how it's gonna happen. X, Y, and Z, and everything he said happened."
That's what bothers me about the industry because you got somebody like Raphael Sadiq, OG in the game, legend. The people at these labels are older, but they don't even have respect for it. Like that should be a big deal.
At certain points, they were telling me, they was like, we got to put you with somebody cooler.
Yeah, somebody
We
fresh
got to
and
put
new.
you with
Yeah,
somebody
yeah.
fresher. And then next thing you know, Ray will go ahead and win a new Grammy
Right.
off of,
I was saying,
you know what I'm
he's
saying?
legendary, and he still does stuff.
And it was
to
like,
this day.
what is y'all talking about? I mean, it was so many things they were trying to pull us from, you know, and it was just, I got sick of it.
I seen them do it to Timbaland.
Yeah.
They did it to Pharrell until Pharrell got hot again.
Half the time, bro, honestly, these producers or these legends who are great writers, they didn't get weak.
Yeah.
Like, they didn't lose their talent.
Right.
What it is the new label heads that's coming in, and they're convincing people because they have these younger cats that will do it for almost nothing.
Right.
They'll do it for free. Where these legends know what they're worth. So they're just not trying to pay them, so they've convinced the world that they're just not hot anymore. But they are. I've sat in the room with the underdogs. I've sat in the room with, again, Raphael Sadiq and all of Tony. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've sat in there with all these different legends, and they're dope. I mean, they play music that you like, yo, I need this.
Amazing.
But pushing the button is something totally different.
Right.
So it's better to be independent, you think?
For me at this moment,
Yeah.
absolutely. Because I had to get that control back.
So you're saying at this moment, but you would potentially do
Oh no,
another situation if it
I
was the
wouldn't
right-
say that I wouldn't sign another deal. I'm just I'm not wet behind the ears no more. You know what I'm saying? I'm not jumping to the first thing that come to me. Like, it's got to be right.
Right.
Do you treat pussy that way? Or just the music?
Look, man, you again, I treat everything like that.
Yeah.
Like, you not gonna catch me in the hotel rooms, you know, slipping like
Sleeping,
that.
laying
Yeah,
next to the
slipping.
girl.
Like, it's not what drives me,
He'll
honestly.
just have
so.
a wet dream like he did in Imagination. And then-
Hey, you know what I'm saying? I'm glad that you peeped that like that too. A lot of people don't get that. A lot of people don't catch that. Those little hidden messages.
You had a wet dream?
Well, the song Imagination is, in a lot of ways, it's a heartbreak record, but at the same time, it is about a wet dream.
Got you.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I can feel this woman, I can smell her, I could touch her, I could taste her, all of that, and then I wake up and she's not here. It's like, you know.
That happened to me once in my life. I really
Once?
Yeah,
You
I believe.
lying.
No, I did. I woke
Only
up. I
once?
busted off on myself. But I feel like a ghost fuck you in your
Definitely
dream.
more than once.
I don't believe that's just
Who
a
was the dude you
dream.
were thinking about?
I really do believe a ghost had sex with me in my dream.
Hey, man, you know.
I really believe. And then when
Paranormal activity.
I read Bobby Brown's book and he said he had sex with a ghost, I'm like, that's what a
called
wet
a wet
dream
dream.
is. Paranormal pussy.
Wow.
Yeah, but all guys, but Adrian, all guys have wet dreams at some point.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Any dude that say he don't, you know, he lying.
On Still Bay, you sing about one girl who you say can make you act right. Is that based on a true story? Or?
I mean, all my music comes from some sort of truth, man.
Yeah.
Honestly, you know what I mean. We talked about it before. I'm somebody who's into love. I'm somebody who's into, you know, into just the company of a smart, beautiful woman, and I put that in my music. I like to make music that brings people together.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I feel like a lot of music these days is tearing the sexes apart. You know what I mean? It's like these niggas ain't shit.
Right.
These hoes ain't loyal.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's
fuck you back to sleep. Which could be rape.
He said rock. He said, for the record, he said rock you back to sleep.
No, he did. Not on the dirty version.
Adrian said,
I ain't gonna lie, I
did
did do the fuck you back to sleep though. I did do that, but nah.
That sounds violent.
When they wanted like.
I love the record though.
No, I definitely love the record. I still love the record with Chris on it, man. Like it's no bitterness to the artist.
Well,
like
it's not
that,
his
you know what I'm
fault.
saying?
He-
Yeah,
of course he's
definitely.
gonna
Of
take a
course
hot
he's gonna
record.
jump on it. Absolutely. And I'm sure he's been through it. I'm sure he's been through it on his come up. But yeah, man. I just put a lot of thought into this project to not sound like anybody else, to talk about subjects that I feel just get skipped over because they're not cool to people. But everybody's still going through it. Like everybody has their relationship problems. Everybody has somebody that they attach to. But we act like we don't. We act like we too cool for school on everything we do. And that's not how I learned it. You know what I mean? And number two, I just don't want to sound like nobody else. I feel like I focused in on trying to have a total authentic and original project that you can't say sounds like anybody else. No melodies sound like nobody. The beats don't sound like nobody. Just totally original.
I haven't got a chance to listen to the whole project yet because about a couple months ago you sent me a CD.
Yeah.
And I was like, what am I gonna do with this?
But you know, man,
I'm like, I want to listen to it because I like Adrian's music, but I'm like, I don't know what I'm gonna do with the CD.
You could also streaming.
Streaming, yeah.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
today I went
Streaming,
on iTunes this morning. I'm like, oh, it is on iTunes.
You just went on iTunes, man?
I just went on because I figured if you sent me a CD, it must not be on iTunes.
But you know what?
man.
I will say, Adrian, that was nice because you did actually send each of us
Yeah.
a copy of the CD with
Yeah.
a handwritten note
Yeah.
saying, hey, and I think that's a nice touch because most people don't do that anymore.
Well, honestly, like since I went independent, a lot of what I've been doing is just reaching out, just personally to people. You know what I'm saying? And not just people like yourselves, but also the fans, also the people that's really been rocking. So I've been sending them CDs.
Yeah, I saw that on your Twitter that people are posting.
Exactly. Like I send people their CDs personally. I've been sitting up till like 4, 5 in the morning sometimes, like putting these orders out. Dealing with people's crazy attitudes. Like I ain't got my CD yet. Well, you in Australia, you kind of gotta wait.
Yeah.
Do your young fans know what CDs are?
Yeah, they do. And I don't think that it's a thing where people don't rock with CDs. It's just like there's no,
like, there's no CD drive in my computer,
computers have taken them out.
Absolutely.
Cars have taken
I have
them
it in
out.
my car, though.
It's all Bluetooth damn near now.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? So it's messed up. But for me personally, I've listened to the project, of course, on Spotify and iTunes and all of that, Apple Music. But putting that CD in, bro, it's a total different sound. You know what I mean? There were things I was worried about with the masters and all of that when I was hearing them. I'm like, yo, I don't know if this is going to be right. But when I got that CD and I put it in, it was like perfection to me. Right. So I feel like that's not lost. It's just, it's just easy to just say forget CDs because it's right here on my phone. I mean, everything is on your phone. You can order food, you can order new drawers, whatever you want. It can be delivered to your house.
Right.
So that's the only reason why I feel like people aren't really doing it, but they still have a purpose, man, for me personally.
I saw a quote you told Essence Magazine. You said it feels good to be a black man.
Yeah, absolutely.
Every day of your life. Expound on that a little
Absolutely. I mean, I feel like it's so many of us trying to deny the fact that we black.
bit. There you go.
Deny the culture. Like, my mom would kill me if I said I'm mixed. She would kill me. Like, she'll call me like, so you're not my son no more.
But are you mixed?
No.
Oh.
She watching. You know what I mean? But I've always felt like it just didn't matter.
Right.
It didn't matter what I was mixed with because at the end of the day, how I was raised was black.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I was raised on chicken, fried chicken, and
Now, all
and
different ethnicities eat fried chicken now.
I'm talking about the real though. You know
Because
what
I
I'm
would say
saying?
this, because my dad's Chinese, my mom is black.
Yeah.
But I do feel like, because my mom's the only child. So
Yeah.
I don't have any aunts or uncles
Yeah.
or cousins or nothing on that side. But my dad has like 8 brothers and sisters.
Hmm.
And we did a lot of things like culturally but I grew up in a black neighborhood, listening to black music and everything.
Nah.
But I do acknowledge that side of my culture.
Yeah, I mean, at the same time, like, of course, we celebrate, our other sides and things like that. But, however, like, for me, I just feel like in these times and what's going on in the world today, like, I want to be one of those people that's not afraid to stand up. Like,
Damn right.
I'm black.
You got-
I'm here. I'm not going to fight that.
You got to turn up on your blackness.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm, I know a lot of people have always made that joke about the fact, you light skin, whatever. Yeah. But I ain't never had that problem. Like, honestly, I've always, like, all my friends, I feel like I'm dark at heart or something. Like, you know what I'm saying?
You're a dark-skinned man
I'm dark-skinned at heart. You know what I mean?
So you've never experienced colorism like Tinashe?
You know what? I can't say that.
Tinashe, that's the dark skin. Tinashe is dark skin. Tinashe is the dark skin version. Tinashe.
Nah, I've never really experienced that problem. I mean, I've been at shows, when people first see me perform for the first time, it's like, I do my thing on my shows. I talk my shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I'm really a nigga. And people kind of be looking like, is he saying?
Are you supposed to say?
Is he okay to say that? And I look at him like, yeah, exactly. And it's like, okay, the way he acting, or when they meet me, it's like, yeah, you are.
So you never dated a white woman?
You are.
No.
You ever let a white woman suck your dick?
Yeah.
Yep.
Why not? I was taught you got to try everything.
Yep.
Mouth has no color.
You know what I'm saying?
Mouth has no color.
You gotta try everything. You know what I'm saying? But I like to stick to my coach when it comes to like actually settling with somebody, being with somebody like that. You know what I'm saying? Somebody that can truly understand like my background for real.
You got a little Native American in you too, though.
I've always gotten that. I've gotten that. I've gotten Latino. Yeah.
Ambi gets Latino.
Charlamagne thinks anybody light skin is Latino. He's
Really?
been calling me Dominican for like 10 years
Charlamagne,
now.
but you look like, bro, you could be Dominican though, bro.
Well, now he does.
Like you look like
He didn't used to look like that.
Only when he wears white jeans.
Cuban maybe a little bit. Cuban.
I mean that too. Bro. You know what I'm saying? You got a little sauce to you, G.
Oh, shit.
Maybe he's
Right now.
Jamaican, but
That A, man. You know, it's a whole
he
just
got a little
pot in there,
patois
man.
thing he do too, but
I get Egyptian a lot.
get the fuck out of here.
It's the eyebrows.
The eyebrows.
I say
right,
Nigerian.
It's the
maybe.
brows,
I get
man.
Egyptian a lot.
Nigerian.
I get Egyptian. You got your guitar?
Yeah, I got
You
the
gonna play
guitar,
us
man. Let's do something. Like this.
What?
Put on your makeup. You look so anxious. Ain't no special occasion. It's everyday us. Let's play some music. My hand just take it. Come on, dance with me, baby. Let's celebrate us. Oh, you're the lady in my life. I gotta be careful not to let you slip away. And I don't see no limit. No, I don't see no limit to the bridge. Nothing compares to the way you love me, baby. I'll be right here for you, for you. I don't see no limit to our love. Love, babe. 'Cause I love you, baby. Ooh, wherever you are, baby. Wherever you are, in your job, in your car, on your sofa, I love you. Beauty salon, in the park or the store, wherever you are, I love you, yeah. Please hear me. Ooh. Oh, yeah. Look, AM. I got something to tell you, baby. Every day I want it for you, baby. Say you'll never leave me. Ooh, ooh. Oh, oh. Here we go. Oh, 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 lady. of my life. Yes, oh yes.
Come back to the light, Adrian.
All right, there we
Come back
have
to
it.
the light, Adrian.
Adrian Marcel, bring your light skin back.
I thought he was having a little wet dream a couple times.
Hey, you feel me? You gotta get into it. You know what I'm saying? You gotta do it. You gotta do it. My man Jules. My man Jules.
Yeah,
My man
shout out to Jules.
Yeah.
New album is out right now. Pick it up, and we appreciate you for joining us.
Nah, man.
Let's
Thank
go
y'all
next.
for having me. Yeah, for real.
All right, it's Adrian Marcel. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.